Women haven't realized we're okay with being alone. We're okay with walking away. This is why we have an approach. This is why men have held the line, right? Men have just seen that the juice isn't worth the squeeze, and we're not willing to put in any work to squeeze anything anymore.
Women, try listening to the advice of women on how to get them. I made a video saying, hey, here's some genuine advice that I have. I think this is a great way of picking up women in person. It works, and it allows you to know.
How do you know it works? Have you ever picked up a woman? No.
If she's really interested, or if she's just giving you the number because, you know, she feels uncomfortable, whatever. There are men still in my comments arguing, this doesn't work on women. I'm a woman, you do know that, with dozens of hot female friends who constantly get hit on every time I go out with them. Who's telling you that this is what women like, or this would make it a lot easier.
But you guys are liars.
For everybody involved, and you still don't want to listen to me because you're so down this red pill rabbit hole of listening to male influencers who literally pay OnlyFans models to spend time with them.
I do admit there are a lot of those red pill influencers that have that, what she's saying, so I can't even be that mad about it.
OnlyFans models to hang out with them, rather than listening to the advice of a real life woman living a real normal life, giving genuine advice on how guys have approached her or how guys should approach her friends, and you still don't want to believe it. But you know what? At the end of the day, there's a male loneliness epidemic for a reason, and I'm not gonna suffer.
There isn't. There's a female loneliness epidemic that you guys keep putting onto men, and you making videos about it constantly, but men aren't lonely.
Because of it. So if you don't want to listen to me, or you don't want to take the advice of women on what women like, good luck. We'll see how it works out for you.
This girl is suffering from the ultimate fallacy in modern dating, assuming that because a fish knows how it feels to be caught, it can teach you how to be a fisherman. She is genuinely baffled that men won't take her genuine approach advice, entirely ignoring the massive gap between a woman.
Of course, this is how you want to be treated, but how that man looks matters.
Idealized fantasy of romance and her actual subconscious attraction triggers. Men study behavioral outcomes, not verbal instructions, because what women say they want on a TikTok video rarely matches who they actually take home at the end of the night.
Like I said, they lie.
They're liars.
I really love men that listen and ask questions, because they're far and few between. And I met someone and he was asking me about my name. I told him my name's Vali, and he goes, Volushka. And I said, that's so funny. That's what my dad would call me. And then now every time he texts me or talks to me, he says, Volushka, Volushka. And it's like, I'm not dating him or anything, but it's just those little things make men more attractive. Like, they don't need to spend money on you. They don't need to take you on a date. They don't need to do all these grandiose things. It's literally just listening, being responsive, and being considerate of someone else, being interested in someone else besides yourself.
We're not interested anymore. That's the problem. Like, you gave us this little blueprint right here. Just be interested. We were. And you guys destroyed us in so many ways, by rejection, by using and abusing us. So now we're like,
a dog on or a shit on men, but there is a male loneliness epidemic, and it's because they don't know how to ask questions and think about anyone other.
It's funny when women are just constantly putting male loneliness epidemic out and male loneliness epidemic videos. It's just like, why are you talking about us being lonely constantly?
Themselves and what they want in that moment, whether it's this head or this head. Men, if you've made it to the end of this video, just being interested and inquiring about a girl that you might be interested in will go a lot further than trying to impress her with money, status, or anything else.
She's genuinely convinced that men are single because they just don't ask enough questions or listen to a woman talk about herself. But look at the operational dynamic she completely gives away. She explicitly admits, I'm not dating him or anything, but it makes him more attractive.
Right.
There it is. This guy did exactly what she's preaching, listened intently, triggered a deep emotional connection to her father,
and she friend-zoned him,
customized his texts, and his grand prize was becoming a highly entertaining, non-threatening emotional sounding board who still isn't getting a date. When a woman says men don't need money, status, or grandiose dates, she's describing what she wants from the guys she keeps in her orbit for passive attention. While women praise the nice guy who listens, they go home with the guy who doesn't remember their name.
What was your name again? Okay, if we're gonna talk about the reason why men aren't approaching women, and then I get comments saying modern feminism did that, you guys did it to yourself, and there's like 1,700 likes on it, there's a problem here, okay? First of all, if you are the person that's commenting that, then I think you don't know social cues, you lack self-confidence, and you don't know how to read the room. And that's not a us problem, that's a you problem, baby. Because
How did you project all of that from the one comment?
you're saying that because women stuck up for themselves, because men were being absolutely creepy, going too far, not taking social cues, making women uncomfortable, not knowing the time or place to do it. For us calling that out, that made you just like, oh, I'm never doing it again. Well, that's a you problem, because there are plenty of men out there that will still have no problem approaching a woman because they don't lack the self-confidence. They know how to read social cues. They know how to read the room. Yes, there are certain places where like, get the fuck away from me. If I'm squatting at the gym, seriously, wait until I go get a drink of water. You know what I mean? There are times and places and you guys don't get it. And that's where the social cues come in. So if you're the one saying modern feminism did this, babe, it's a you problem. Sorry to say, that's a you problem.
She claims that guys who point out the toxic side of modern feminism just lack self-confidence and don't know social cues, completely ignoring the reality that the rules change depending on how attractive the guy is. It really does not matter what situation she is in or if she's in the middle of something. If she's attracted to the guy, she will politely make exceptions for him. She will break her rules for her own interests. But her claim is, if a guy gets it wrong, he deserves to be discriminated against. So he's not just making an innocent mistake, but he's a creepy loser who doesn't know how to read the room. The truth is, he's only a creepy loser if she is not attracted to him.
But that's the thing. Most men are not that attractive, and most women are not attracted to that many men.
Tolerance is different. By shifting the entire burden of risk onto the average guy while offering absolutely zero accountability or warmth in return, women have created an environment where guys are turned off by approaching women whatsoever.
Don't approach her, don't talk to her.
Male loneliness epidemic. Yeah, do you want to know the last time a man held the door open for me? Do you want to know the last time a man wanted to see me in the daylight? Do you want to know the last time a man bought me flowers? Do you want to know the last time a man picked me up for a date?
We chose to be lonely. It's not an epidemic. Stop it. Get some help.
Sorry
Stop
that I'm not
making videos
jumping at
about
the
us.
opportunity to be treated like complete fucking dog shit. I'm sorry that I'm not jumping at the opportunity to receive the bare minimum from a man. At the end of the day, I can do all those things for me, and I can do it without some man bitching and whining and moaning in my ear about it. I dated a guy one time and he told me, well, I can't buy you flowers that much because then you're just gonna expect it and it's not gonna be as special. Why isn't it just like a normal thing that you regularly do?
While we are here, let's
You just literally expected it.
address the male loneliness epidemic accusation. The male loneliness epidemic became a catchy headline because it sounds dramatic. But when you actually look at the data, loneliness is hitting everybody. In the US, Pew Research found men and women report loneliness at almost identical rates. Around 15 to 16% of both sexes said they feel lonely all or most of the time. In the UK, Office for National Statistics data actually showed women reported feeling lonely more often than men. NHS England data showed 24% of women felt lonely at least some of the time compared to 20% of men. And globally, Gallup found loneliness varies very little by gender overall. So the narrative online starts falling apart. Because what's really happening is people are confusing visible male isolation with exclusive male suffering. Men often have fewer close friends and talk less about emotions. But women are reporting huge levels of loneliness too, especially around dating,
And antidepressants.
relationships, and emotional dissatisfaction.
Remember, they don't qualify for the men they want anymore. Who actually has a problem?
The difference is presentation. A lonely man is framed as isolated in his bedroom. A lonely woman is framed as independent, focusing on herself or not settling. But emotionally, a lot of people are struggling on both sides.
True.
And you can see it online every day. Endless videos from women talking about ghosting, situationships, dating at burnout, being unable to find commitment, crying over exes, feeling hopeless at 30, 35, 40. That's loneliness too. So this idea that men are uniquely suffering while women are all thriving just doesn't line up with the actual numbers. or with reality.
Poor, deluded females.
Real men